First of all, I want to say how impressed I am and how I'd like to congratulate Meridium for what they built. I think Meridium was a pioneer in this notion of really looking deeply at asset performance management. Before this was a well-established discipline, I think Meridium was a real leader in kind of providing the visibility, gathering information, providing the tools to do this well. And I think the success and the results that many of you have had as customers, I think, is just a testimony to how much value Meridium has been creating. And
let me give you a couple examples of things that I've seen applied. One of the businesses that I was responsible for before I took this role was a large, continuous business, 2 million pounds a day. Over the course of about 5 years, we reduced the cost of our unplanned events, and that's an easy metric to do. It doesn't have to be this scientific algorithm. Just figure out what the cost of an unplanned event is with a simple Excel matrix. But after 5 years, we were able to reduce the cost of unplanned events by 70%. Now, let me tell you about the most exciting one that's going on now. We have one of our sites who we've actually put tons of Meridium technology in. And still early, only 1 year, but what I know after 1 year is this, that we've had a 50% reduction in our backlog of work to be done. And that's huge. 50% reduction allows what? Us to start to plan to do more work. Allows us to not have as much chaos going on. Moves us to activity, which will move us to productivity, which will move us to reliability. And how we're getting to the reliability part is we're actually using the data. We've given them a reason.
Well, this morning my boss came into the office and gave me this to do. I've got to go through our entire database and find the top 5 actors. And when we talk about benchmarking, what that really means is that if we're doing something that's better or worse than our peer group, that's how we can identify our opportunities. If, for example, if we're spending a lot more money to do repairs than our competitors might be doing, maybe that would be something that we should investigate. And what we typically do is we break it down in what they call the insights. And up here in the corner, we have 3 general areas where we look at what it takes to do the repairs, the cost analysis, the availability, and we start searching for those areas that have the biggest numbers. In this case, we're seeing that we're giving up $171 million on how we're doing our business with our repair analysis. And as we zoom in some more, we've identified that our mean time to repair is we're taking much longer than our peer group is. And here we've selected the worst of the worst, because the business case is to take the 5 worst of everything that we have in the database and go look for them. And here we see fixed equipment is in that arena. And as we open up the fixed equipment, we're able to go into the actual equipment taxonomy. Here we're looking at the mean time to repair statistic. And as we work through this process, we can start identifying explicitly where we're having the problems. In this case, we're looking at the average corrective work cost. And at the end of the day, we're starting to see that all of these statistics being brought back together with a different analysis are coming up with a grand total of $20 million of opportunity. And as we progress through this other viewpoint where we look at the actual asset availability, that allows people to say, well, we may be repairing things, spending more money, but on the other hand, are we losing money in a different arena? And availability can be a tremendous thing if you're tracking production loss. So after just it only takes about 10 or 15 minutes to get to the point where once you select your bad actors, you have reporting that can tell you where you stand on all of these different statistics. And so back to the beginning, we're going to try to find the top 5 bad actors for this. And once we have this, we're able to give us what we refer to as our report card. This is our current state of the type of thing that we could go after. If we just assigned an engineer or a resource to go fix these 5 exchangers, these are the types of things that can take place.
We have a high level of acceptance within our operating systems by our engineers. They like it. They can't escape. You're either going to have SAP, you're going to have Meridium. Which one do you prefer? They'll go to Meridium.